5.2.3 Configure RIP routing on a network. In order to reach networks that are not directly connected, additional entries are needed in the IP routing table. These entries could be configured by the network administrator or learned dynamically from other routers. RIP, or known for Routing Information Protocol, can be configured to allow routers to exchange information and learn about remote networks. Learning objectives: configure RIP on routers, verify the configuration, examine RIP parameters, check connectivity, examine the IP routing table. So task 1, configure RIP on routers. Step 1, enter the global configuration mode and access router or R1. So first is, let's click the router 1 or R1. Then from the CLI tab, so let's click CLI tab. Then enter the privilege exit mode by issuing the enable command. Then after, enter the global configuration mode by issuing the command config tab. So first is, let's issue the enable command. Then after, let's issue the command config tab. Then after, step 2, configure RIP. Enter the router configuration mode by issuing the command router RIP. So I'll just copy. Then in router configuration mode, you need to specify the networks that are directly connected to the router to start the routing process for those networks. So let's issue the command do show IP route connect. Then after, configure the first network by issuing the command network 192.168.1.0. So I'll just copy. Then configure the second network by issuing the command network 192.168.2.0. So then step 3, save the configuration. Exit the configuration mode by hitting Ctrl Z. So Ctrl Z. Thereafter, save the configuration by issuing the command copy run start. So I'll just copy. Then step 4, configure routers R1 and R3. Configure routers R2 and R3. So let's click router 2. So so, ju so just the same process. Let's repeat the step 1 to 3 for the others two routers. So then network. Langaw. So then task to verify the configuration. Step 1, puno ang storage ha. Step 1, examine the RIP parameters. On each of the three routers, examine RIP parameters by issuing the command show IP protocol. So let's click R1. Then I'll just copy the show IP protocol. So this is the result. Then just same process. Then R3. Then after step 2, So step 2, examine the IP routing table. On each of the 3 routers, examine the IP routing table by issuing the command show IP route. Kasing langaw, uy. So I'll just copy. Then let's click the R1. Then next is the router 2 or R2. Then router 3 is so as you can see my completion rate is 100%. So let's check the results. So that's all.